Hi everyone, how are you? Danielle here. Um, Welcome to my low top home bathroom cleaning video demonstration, whatever you want to call it. So today I'm just going to show you the products that I use at home. Now I use Norwex products and I am a Norwex independent sales consultant. So I do sell the products as well. So that's part of one of the services that I provide to help people to live, to convert to a low tox way of living and lessen our impact on the earth and the environment and our health as well. So natural, being health, reducing the chemicals, being a bit more natural. That's what I'm all about, and I'm here to help people to make that transition and changes as well. So just want to give you a quick rundown of why I use Norwex. There's quite a few reasons, and Norwex was my main business to up until very recently, when I've found that I've been drawn to other areas as well, and very strongly. So I have made a bit of a change, but I still use and I still recommend these products, and they are available to purchase through me as well. Once this is over with the video, I will also post a link up to the catalogue, so you can have a look through that. I don't know any of the prices off the top of my head, so when we're going, I won't be able to give you any of the prices of the products, but we're just going to do a really quick demonstration of how to just do the basic stuff in the bathroom. I'm not going to show you how to clean the toilet, because I don't really want to show my toilet on video, but I will go through the products that are for the toilet cleaning as well. So a quick rundown of the company. So Norwex has been around for quite a long time. It started in Norway, and that's where the name comes from. Norwegian experience comes into Norwex. So yeah, and it's expanded. It's been in Australia for, I think it's 7 years this year, I think it is. Just recently celebrated the Australian birthday. I've been using Norwex for like 2.5 years now, I think. And yeah, I wouldn't really use any other products now because it's just so easy and it works. They're easy products to care for. So if you haven't heard of Norwex before, the cloths are they're basically microfiber cleaning cloths, and other stuff. There's other things in the range as well, like your cleaning products, so your laundry powder, your dishwashing liquid, a whole heap of other stuff as well. So it ranges from cleaning products to body products, and just home products, so silicone leaks to reduce our plastics in the kitchen, and yeah, products like that. So that the company themselves have got amazing morals and values, and what they want to, the changes they want to make in the world are amazing. So I really resonate with the company, and the company really stand by their mission, which is to improve quality of life by radically reducing the use of chemicals in our homes. And so that's why the range is so broad. So today I'm only going to cover a couple of products, because there's seriously so many products that we would be here for at least a whole day if I was to talk about each one of them. And I will do a few more videos too to cover a couple of areas at home, like the laundry and the kitchen, and then just general household cleaning, so the floors, fly screens, windows, and things like that. So yeah, so the Norwex microfiber, and what makes them so different is the weave of the cloth. So they're a really tight weave. I don't have my laptop here with me, but basically there's no stretch within the cloth. So I can show you that once I do go to the bathroom. So I've taken them all in there already, and so they're really tightly woven. Basically, our EnviroCloth has got, I don't remember how many meters it is now. The new ones have got more fibre than what they used to. So there's a lot of fibre in the cloth. I just can't remember how many meters it is now off the top of my head. But it's closely woven, and it means that there's actually more fibre in the cloth, and the more fibre that's in the cloth means more cleaning power. So the fibres have got little microscopic hooks on them, and those hooks are what actually pick up and grab and tuck in the dirt, the dust, the grime, and the bacteria as well. So the cloths themselves are what's removing the bacteria from the surface, and it traps it within the cloth, so it doesn't spread it from surface to surface as you're going. So you can actually keep cleaning with that one cloth if you wanted to just keep cleaning with it until it gets, reasonably. Once it's done some pretty gross things like cleaning the toilet, I will generally be throwing that one in the wash after cleaning the toilet. But everything else, I'll use a cloth throughout the week doing, just cleaning up spills around the house or things like that. And then I'll finish off the week with that cloth by cleaning the bathroom. So in between each use, you do rinse it out under the water and just agitate it against itself. I'll show you that when we do go to the bathroom. And then you just rinse it out and you hang it up to dry. Now, the reason you can do that is because they have got silver embedded in the fibres. So when the cloths are constructed, there's, and it's all at a liquid stage, it's actually, the silver is added in at that point. So it's actually a part of the fibres. It's not just a coating on the cloth. So it doesn't wash out and it doesn't wear out. It is there for the life of that cloth. And so one of the other differences in the Norwex products that are different to other microfiber is the warranty as well. So you have a 2-year warranty on the entire microfiber range and the mop system as well. So that's a pretty massive warranty for a cleaning product. And you also have a 60-day satisfaction guarantee on the entire range, and that includes the toilet brushes and the toothbrushes as well. So even if you were to get both and you're just not happy with them and they won't work, you've got a 60-day satisfaction guarantee that you can send them back for either a full refund or an exchange. So the cloths are basically guaranteed to be lasting you for 2 years at least. I've got heaps in my house that I've had since I started, so they've lasted me longer than 2 years. What was I going to say? So they've actually been tested to last from 300 to 500 washes as well. So they last a really, really long time. Another major difference is the care for the product. So they're really easy to use. They're really easy to clean. They're really easy to just maintain, basically. You just use them. You can rinse them out in between their uses. And then once they do need a wash, they can go into your washing machine with other items. You just need to be careful of your really fluffy stuff, so like your towels and this time of year, your fleecy jumpers and things like that, because the cloth attract and hold in dirt and dust and fluff as well. So it'll all just hold in there. One other recommendation is to use a filler-free washing powder. So Norwex do have the washing powder, and it's called, if you can see that with the light in front of me, but it's called Ultra Power Plus. So that is our washing powder. It's filler-free, it's fragrance-free, it's safe for septic systems and biocycles and things like that. And you don't need to use very much of it. You only use, it's got a scoop in there. If you've got a front loader, it's about a quarter of a scoop, a quarter to a half a scoop, depending on the size of your machine. And the hardness levels of your water plays a part in how much you need to use it. So when you're starting out with it, it's a little bit of trial and error as to how much you actually need to use. But it's really very little at all, and you'll get, I think it's about 250 loads of washing from this for a front loader. Top loaders, you do use a bit more, and that's because they use more water. So it's about, I think it's 3/4 of a cup to a scoop to a scoop. If it's a really big one, you might need to use 1.5 to 2 scoops. But you can actually reduce that by using the magnet ball, and that actually conditions the water so you can use less soap. Basically, it suspends the minerals and stuff in your water so they're not binding to your detergent, which makes it less effective. So you can actually use less washing powder. So it's a 1 kilo bag, and seriously, we are a family of 4, and I do at least 1 load of washing a day. Actually, speaking of that, I think I have a load in the machine that I've forgotten about. So it's yeah, so it lasts me about probably 4 to 6 months. About 1 kilo bag, so it lasts a really long time. So it's actually still really cost effective, and it's so much better for you. People with allergies, because it's fragrance and filler free, people with allergies is basically a must-have for those people, because it makes a huge difference for their skin, and people with hay fever as well. So not having that fragrance makes a huge difference to their symptoms for that. So it's also phosphate free. It's free of any sulfates, chlorine, and bleaches, as well as no optical brighteners or dyes as well, and it's not tested on animals either. So yeah, so that's an absolutely amazing product. Normally I do a demonstration where I put a teaspoon of this and a teaspoon of my old washing powder that I used to use in a glass of water, and you mix it up, and pretty quickly you can see the difference, and you can see the build up of the fillers within the washing powder straight up, just within a couple of seconds, really. So yeah, so by using the filler-free washing powder with the microfiber, with the Noex microfiber, you basically are stopping that build-up within the cloth. So if you're using it with just normal, regular washing powder, you may find that they actually work a little bit less effective, because they're getting a build-up of all the gunk that's in the washing powder, basically. What else do I need to cover? I think that's pretty much the basics of it. So I'm just going to pause my video and my microphone, and I'm just going to head to the bathroom. Just take 2 seconds if my mouse wants to work. Okay, now it's going to be a little bit tricky for me in here because my bathroom's quite close. So I'm just going to show you just how to do the mirror and do the basin and just the shower screen as well. So a couple of the products that I'll be using are our EnviroCloth. So the EnviroCloth is actually just our main cleaning cloth, and it's basically, the way to remember what it's for is E for Enviro is E for everything. So on the tag, you can see that there, maybe it's got over here, it just says Enviro. So that lets you know that that's your EnviroCloth. So the kitchen cloth says kitchen, and the scrub cloth that I'll show you in a minute says scrub on it as well. Now, another thing that I forgot to actually mention before, the silver in the cloth that I mentioned, the way you can tell, some of the cloths don't have it, but most of them do. And the way that you can tell is on the label above Noex, it actually says backlock there. So backlock means that has got the silver in it. And so that is one that you can continually use after just giving it a bit of a rinse. So the EnviroCloth comes in 4 different colours. So we've got the pink, the graphite, which is grey, blue, and green. So sometimes people like to colour coordinate them for a room or for a particular job. So some people might use blue for the bathroom, or some people use blue for the loo, and then pink for the sink are some of the things that I've heard customers say, because a little rhyme helps them to remember what they're for. And when you're teaching the other half, or when you're teaching the kids what cloth to reach for, that can be really useful as well. So the EnviroCloth, like I said, is for everything. So that's our main cleaning cloth. That's the one that we use for everything from window cleaning, cleaning dentures, cleaning spills, cleaning any sort of surface. So this is what I'm going to use to clean the basin. And the vanity as well. So you use this one wet. So I have already wet it, but basically you just Angle this down a little bit more. So basically, you just wet it under the tap and you give it a good wring out. So you want it damp, not wet. Okay, and then you can see a little bit of the toothpaste that is all over my mirror. So yeah, I have 2 kids and they like to make a huge mess. So see if you can see it. I don't think this is going to focus on it properly, but you can see the few dots of toothpaste and stuff all over the mirror there. So it's really as simple as getting your EnviroCloth and you just wipe over the mirror. Now, I'm not going to clean my whole bathroom today, otherwise I don't want to keep you here that long, even though it doesn't take that long. But then the next one that we use is our window cloth. So this one's actually purple. The colour's not really showing up very well in the video, but it is purple and it says window on its tag, so you're not going to forget what it's actually for. So I did forget to say the reason that I have folded the EnviroCloth into 4 is so that I have 4 surfaces for cleaning. So when one side gets full of gunk, you just basically flip it over to the next one. If you're doing the toilet, quite often I'll use one side and then I will just turn it inside out rather than put my hand on the dirty side. It does hold everything in, but I still like to do that when I do the toilet. So I've cleaned that. I might just wipe again so it's a bit wetter again. And then this one you just fold 1 extra time because it's actually a bigger cloth, easier to control. And then you just wipe it over. And you'll end up with a streak-free finish. So you don't actually have to get it perfectly dry either. It'll actually finish off that last bit of drying on its own. So you can see now there's no more dots of toothpaste there, and there's also no streaks there. A little bit tricky to see on the computer, but there is no streaks there. It does leave a streak-free finish. And that's as easy as cleaning the mirror. So that's the same with doing your windows as well. You use the same 2 cloths and it's just as easy to do it. So now I'm going to show you the basin. I'll actually show you. I have left my bathroom a little while because I knew this was coming up. So in the sink, starting to get just a little bit of that pinky mould in there, only a tiny bit. So I've left it for a little bit longer than what I normally would. And again, I'm just going to be wiping it over with the EnviroCloth and it's going to get it really clean. Now we also live on property, so we do get a lot of dust in the house. So yeah, these are so useful for being able to just clean everything all the time. It is an older house, so I have got a bit of chipped tap, and there is some staining around the taps that I haven't been able to get rid of, which is really annoying. Although I haven't tried too hard yet to do it. But basically that's what you do, you wipe around it and then inside the basin. And then you just get your finger in around the actual, in the cloth, in around the glove, drain hole I should say, so it's not a plug. Now, if it didn't come off, which some of that's not, so just see whether you can see the difference there. So it's looking a lot better in there. There's still a little bit that I can't get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get our cleaning paste. So this is our cleaning paste. Now this has only got 4 ingredients in it. It's marble flour, chalk, natural soap, and a little bit of coconut oil in there that sort of just binds it. And it's like a chalky paste. So you can see the white there on my hand, it's like chalk. When you add your damp cloth to it, it turns it into a paste. So then I've got that on my cloth, and I just use it around that drain where I was having trouble getting that gunk off, and having to scrub a bit more. So basically, the cleaning paste is your elbow grease in a pot, basically. And then you just wipe with a cleaner section of the EnviroCloth to get rid of powder. And then you've got a nice clean drain. This is really tricky to do. But so a nice clean drain. Now there's no more of that pink mold there or any sign of it there now either. So, and then that same cloth that I've just been using, I did wipe around the basin at the same time that I was doing the sink. But then you use it to do the shower as well. Now this shower is actually not that dirty because it doesn't really get used that much. But I have got toothpaste all over here again. So on the outside, because there's no soap scum, you just use your EnviroCloth again. And dry it off with your window cloth. Now on the inside, if you've got soap scum, you do use a different cloth. So there's sort of two ways you can do it. We've got our blue scrub cloth. So you can see it says scrub there. Now this one doesn't have the backlock in it, so on the tag above Norwex it doesn't say backlock. And you can see that this one is a different sort of texture. Okay, so it's a bit abrasive, but not scratchy. So it's non-scratch. It's actually made for the kitchen to use with non-stick fry pans. So you can see the difference. I'll hold the blue one up as well in the fibres there. Okay, so this is the scrub cloth, this was the EnviroCloth. So different in the fibres. The scrub cloth also comes in this awesome little pink mitt that has got an Enviro side on one side, and it's got the scrub cloth on the other side. Now this is actually not for purchase, but it's a host gift. So if you wanted to host either a Facebook party, where I can do live videos on there as well, or an in-person party, or probably not a webinar like this for other people, it gets a little bit tricky. But a Facebook party or an in-home party, you can actually earn this for yourself for free as well. So this one I keep in my bathrooms. I've got one in each bathroom, and it's a lot easier to use because you just chuck it on your hand, you've got both sides there, then you dry it off with the window cloth. So it's actually got stitching in the middle too, so that your fingers, it doesn't slide around on your hand. That's the same design as our car wash mitt, which is also what we use for the fly screening cleaning as well. So I will cover that probably, I'm not sure when, but it'll be in the next couple of weeks when I do that one. I haven't decided what order I'm going to do them in yet. But so doing the shower screen for your soap scum, I'm going to use the pink mitt. So I've already wet this one, like I did with the EnviroCloth. I don't know if I can about to see any spray on my shower. So this here, I'm in a rental, and this shower has been quite badly water damaged inside the glass. So there's rubber seals around that actually can come away, and water can penetrate in between the two really fine layers of glass, which has got like a rubber filling in the middle. So this is actually damage to that, and so is this white bit here. So that's not actually like mold on my shower, that is inside the glass where the shower is, basically the inside of the glass is being damaged. Beyond repair, so to repair that sort of thing, you actually need to have this glass replaced basically. And I don't know if you can really see, can't really see any soap scum there, but I'm still going to show you how to do it. Yeah, it would help if your shower got used a little bit more. It doesn't get used much. So soap scum, you use the scrubby side first. You just go over the glass, and you'll feel it actually grab on to any soap scum that's there. and then you go over it really quickly with the Enviro side because that grabs onto anything that the scrub hasn't actually got. And then you just dry it off with your window cloth again, so your purple window cloth. If you like pink, you can get a pink one to go with the pink mitt as well for hosting a party. And then you just dry it off, and then you use the same one to do around your taps in the shower, on your tiles and your grout. You can clean the grout just by like wiping over it, which is your general grime. It's not recommended to actually sit there scrubbing it though, because you will get holes in your cloth. This one is actually pretty good, but another one of mine has got a hole in it because I did actually use it to scrub my grout a little bit too much, and it left a hole. So it definitely will leave a hole if you do that. There's a couple of other products that if your soap scum doesn't come off, then we've got, so your cleaning paste can be used on glass as well. And then, so that one's probably generally my first point of call because it will do everything in the house as well. So marks on the wall, so drawings from the kids on the wall as well. So I use this one a lot. And also scuff marks, basically anything where you're needing to use elbow grease is anything you're going to use that for. You do have to be careful of metals that they're not plated, so silver plated or gold plated, because it'll actually remove the plating. So that's just something to be really careful of. My next point of call is then always Blue Diamond. So Blue Diamond is a descaling product. It's also used for cleaning the toilet as well. So it's your liquid for cleaning inside the toilet bowl. Now, when you're using it in the bathroom, you can dilute it. Can't remember the dilution rate. I think it's 7:1, I believe. And you just dilute it in a spray bottle, give it a bit of a shake, and then you spray it on. Leave it for about 5 to 10 minutes. Don't actually let it dry on the surface though, because it has got citric acid in there, so it will actually start to cause damage on its own because of that citric acid. And that also some people with their skin, if they're really sensitive skin, they might be sensitive to this as well because of the citric acid in there. It might actually irritate their skin. So you need to be careful with that as well with this one. It's not a really harsh, it's not a harsh toxic cleaning product, but it is really powerful. So you've got to be careful with it. And then you just wipe it, give it a bit of a scrub with the scrub cloth, and then wipe over it with your Enviro cloth and finish off like we normally do. Another descaling product is Descaler. So Descaler is a bit stronger with the descaling than the Blue Diamond. It depends on what sort of minerals and stuff it caused your build up. So this one might be the point of call for you. But I always start with the cleaning paste first because it's more economical to start that way. It covers more jobs than just the bathrooms of the toilet. And then Blue Diamond because it's toilet plus bathroom. So again, a little bit more economical. The Descaler is also good for rust stains as well. And I do know some people who have used it as a bit of a drain cleaner to declog the drain because we don't have that in the range. So that's basically bathroom cleaning covered. I'm going to show you the toilet brush once I go back, toilet brushes, once I go back out to the table. So I'm just going to mute myself and stop my video again just while I walk back out to the table. Love it when technology works. Just 2 seconds. Okay, back again. So that's your basic cleaning for your bathroom, and it's super quick. So using the same cloth that I just used to clean the bath as well, and then the toilet. So I always recommend starting from the cleanest surface first and working to the dirtiest. So that's why I started on the mirror and the basin. That's always cleaner than everywhere else, generally. And then I'll do the bathtub normally and then the shower, or I'll do the shower when I'm in there or when I'm finished in the shower. And also, and then I will do the toilet after that. So, and then that cloth gets rinsed and put in for the next load of washing. Although I do actually have so much Norwex in my house that I do a Norwex load on its own, because we have the towels and the bath mats and everything, so it just all goes in on its own when things start to get just that little bit of smell to them. Is generally when I wash them, or I wash them once a fortnight or something like that. Just depends on how much use they get and how well everyone rinses them, really. So toilet cleaning, we've got 2 toilet brushes, and they're both quite different to each other. So I'm going to go through this one first. This one's called our ergonomic toilet brush, and it's got a thermoplastic, which is sort of like rubber, as the bristles. So nothing sticks to it. So that's why I absolutely love this one. Definitely got this one in both toilets. So it dries really quickly as well. So it doesn't get like the build up and slimy and stinky like other toilet brushes do. And then it's also got the little to get up underneath the toilet bowl rim, so it cleans up in underneath there as well. So this is the one that you use the Blue Diamond with to clean your toilet. And if you do get that mineral build up in your toilet as well, because you've got hard water, then this and the Blue Diamonds can be really good for removing that as well. It depends on how bad the build up is. Sometimes you need to drain the water out, which is a bit tricky, and then you can leave the Blue Diamond or Descaler sitting on it for a little bit, and then giving it a bit of a scrub with the toilet brush as well. So when it sits in the hanger, in its holder, it actually doesn't, you can't really tell from that angle, but it doesn't sit in the base either. So it's not sitting in any water, it's not sitting in any gunk or anything like that. And it takes a really long time for this to actually get dirty inside too, because this holds such a little amount of water that it doesn't put anything back in there. So that's the ergonomic toilet brush, that one. And then we've got a second system. This is the Samira system. It's a different brush again. This one is plastic, so it's got lots of bristles on there. And you'll also see a little hole here. There's 3 little holes or 4 little holes around the base of it there. And what that does is it sits in this sort of little double base. My light actually makes this really difficult. But yeah, so it's got 2 parts to the base. So the toilet brush sits in there, and then this part has the little bit comes up through the middle there, and the toilet brush sits on there, and you press it down and you'll see a little bit of liquid come through those holes, and then that's your cleaning solution for your toilet. It is a natural disinfectant as well, so it's a vegetable-based solution. So it's a little bag, and this bit's replaceable, and it just sits in the bottom. You snip off the top, put this back on, and then you push that down. It dispenses the liquid, and then you use that to clean the toilet as well. So that's the 2 cleaning toilet brushes for doing your toilet cleaning. I do use, me personally, I do use both, and that's really because I could. You don't have to, but you can. So we use the ergonomic toilet brush as just our general toilet brush. Before I got the Samira system, I did use it with the Blue Diamond, and that was just my cleaning brush as well. And now that when it was on special last, I got the Samira system as well. So that's the one that I'll do my weekly cleaning with. Or because I have a little boy and my toilet gets stinky a little bit quicker these days, I do clean it more often than once a week now too. So sometimes every day, which is lovely. But anyway, yeah, so that covers all your bathroom cleaning. There's other products for your bathroom as well. So we've got makeup removal cloth, and they're like a suede cloth, and they just take your makeup off with water. And then we've got body cloths as well. So pack of 3, they come in a pack of 3, and it's blue, green, and purple. Some people don't say they don't want 3, and that's fine, but it does come in a pack of 3. So it's a really nice little gift to give to someone as well, as to add to a birthday present, or as a little stocking filler or something like that at Christmas time too. And then we've got body cloths. The body cloths come in a 3 pack again. It's brown or latte, teal, and a it's called taupe, but it's like a creamy colour. And basically these are a soap alternative. So this is what we use to wash our face with. And if you when you're using it on your face, you just use it quite wet rather than too dry, otherwise you exfoliate too much. So the drier it is, the more it exfoliates. And you will tell the difference. So they do look a bit like your regular microfiber cloth that you might get from the shop, but it's not. It's not your cleaning one. And the way to tell the difference is the tag. So the tag says body, okay? So you shouldn't get it mixed up with your cleaning cloth, because your cleaning cloth is going to say EnviroCloth or Kitchen or something like that, and your body one is going to say body. So your makeup ones say body on their tag as well. And these do have the silver in them as well. So they'll say bath off on their tag. So you can use these, you generally get about a week out of them, depending on how well you rinse them. To start off with, you might not get that long, because you might get more of a build-up because of exfoliating a lot of skin that hasn't been exfoliated. Whereas once you've been using it for a while, there's not much there for it to exfoliate. So once you have used it under your shower, you just sort of agitate it against itself under the water, and that helps to rinse out and release the dead skin cells that it's removed. So it helps to be able to get longer out of that cloth before it needs to be washed as well. And again, once it starts to get a little bit of a smell to it, then you throw it in the wash, or you can wash it weekly or whenever you feel that you need to actually do it. I use mine to remove my makeup, so it actually gets quite clogged, quite dirty a lot faster. So I probably get 4 or 5 days out of mine, and that's because I'm really lazy with rinsing it as well. When I rinse it, I do get longer. So we've also got, these are gorgeous. These are little kids. They're called Kept Me Dry, and it's basically a hand towel for the kids that make it fun for washing their hands. My daughter doesn't particularly like washing her hands because she doesn't like getting wet. She hates the feeling of getting wet on her hands, so she tries to avoid washing her hands as much as she can. But these actually help because it makes it a little bit more fun for her. And then we've got, we've got towels. We've got the bath mats. The bath mats are awesome. They actually absorb 1.5 liters of water without leaking. So if you have kids, that is such a lifesaver. Although these days I need 2 in there because my son likes to splash way too much water everywhere. So generally 1 is enough, but at the moment he's just not really on board with the no splashing. So he will fill 2 bath mats in a night, but they generally dry pretty quickly too. By the next night they're dry. In summer they're dry, by the morning, but in this weather where it's a bit colder, it does take a little bit longer. But they don't get the smell to them either because they dry faster. And towels also have the silver in them, so the back lots, so they also don't get that musty towel smell that often happens, particularly at this time of the year when it's colder. Okay, so I think the next one that I'm going to cover is going to cover just your general cleaning. So I'll do some fly screens and I'll do some windows, and I'll also show you the mop system as well. So this is an absolutely awesome mop system. You've got your dry one and then you've got your wet mop pads, and you use them just like you do with Enviro. And it's simple and it's easy and it's fast. So I might do that one maybe next week or the week after. So yeah, just stay tuned for that one, and I will share it with you then. And also, so you can actually subscribe through my events on my Facebook page, so Calm Essentials. You can subscribe to the event. So anytime I add an event, and there's about to be a heat go on today for every topic, basically. So I'm going to have some more Norwex ones coming up Like I said, I'll do the basic cleaning next, so fly screens, your floors, your windows, dusting. And then I will be having some more essential oils ones go up as well, so some more doTERRA classes going on there. I'm going to do baby and pregnancy in the bedroom. And what was some other ones? So animals and things like that too, with the essential oils. And women's health is another one that I was going to cover very shortly as well. So that's all coming up within the next couple of weeks. And I will also have some stuff going up about my raw organic products as well. So the natural skincare and makeup, and information as to why you don't want to be using the chemical-laden makeup and skincare products. Same with cleaning products as well. So there's so many reasons that you don't want to be using them. They affect your health just so much, it's not worth it. There's better stuff out there. You don't need to be using those harsh, toxic chemicals that are affecting your health. And if you've got kids, it's affecting their health as well. So let's empower our little people to be the ones that make the change in the world. And yeah, let's get rid of all this toxic crap. All right, see you next time. Bye.